The first spark of arrogance. The galaxy had long underestimated Earth. Humanity was tolerated, sometimes mocked, occasionally admired for its stubborn survival, but never truly feared. Not yet. That changed when the Trelsa Dominion chose its moment. They were a vast, multi-system empire with fleets numbering in the thousands and centuries of military arrogance forged in conquest. To them, Earth was still the upstart world, a stubborn little blue sphere with too much pride and too little power. The Trelsa wanted to make an example. They attacked New Carthage, a human colony orbiting a bright F-class star, a beacon of trade and hope. The Dominion fleet fell upon it without warning. They broadcast their assault in real time, proud of their cruelty. Human orbital defenses were overwhelmed in minutes. Civilian transports were hunted down in orbit. Cities below burned with precision strikes. And when the last transmission from New Carthage was cut, when the Dominion commander ordered the survivors executed on live feed, the galaxy heard his words. This is the fate of those who cling to fragile Earth. Humanity cannot protect you. Humanity will never rise. The galaxy's laughter. The attack was not just military, it was theater. The Dominion filled their channels with jeers, drinking toasts in war councils, mocking the cries of dying colonists. Other alien governments, neutral, opportunistic, or simply fearful, watched in silence. Some even chuckled. They had warned Earth not to stretch its reach so far, not to colonize too proudly. Now they believed humanity had been slapped back into its place. The galaxy whispered that Earth was too young, too civilized, too bound by treaties and words. Humanity's fury, they thought, was a myth. They believed Earth's vaunted patience was weakness. And in the Dominion's arrogance, they made their declaration. The humans will whimper, but they will not fight. Their silence is their surrender. They mistook silence for surrender. The gathering storm. For 6 days after the massacre at New Carthage, Earth was silent. No broadcasts of grief. No pleas to the Galactic Council. No words at all. In the void, silence stretched like a blade being drawn. In the cold bunkers of Mars, ancient war codes flickered to life. Sleeper fleets hidden in asteroid belts lit their drives. Orbital shipyards once thought idle began pouring out steel. The ghosts of Earth's past wars stirred awake. From the quiet oceans of Earth rose the Leviathan dreadnoughts, vast submersible constructs long concealed. In the black of deep space, stealth armadas unfolded wings of armor that blotted out starlight. Whispers traveled faster than light. Humanity had not surrendered. Humanity was preparing. The silence breaks. On the 6th day, the silence shattered. Across every galactic channel, a single message played. This is Earth. You have mistaken patience for weakness. You have mistaken silence for fear. That mistake will be corrected. The voice was not shouted. It was calm. It was cold. The Dominion laughed at first, until their long-range sensors began screaming warnings, until fleets they thought they understood multiplied into shadows, until old charts burned away, replaced by humanity's true reach. The galaxy had believed Earth's colonies were scattered sparks. In truth, Earth's fleets had coiled around them like serpents, hidden, waiting. The 6-day war had begun. Day 1, the blinding. Humanity's vengeance began with light. On the first day, Earth's fleet struck not with weapons but with silence. The Dominion's communication relays, vast constellations of satellites, were erased in a single synchronized pulse. Every Dominion fleet commander suddenly screamed into static. Orders fractured. Chains of command collapsed. Entire sectors of the Dominion went dark. Then came the first whispers. haunting, human voices echoing across stolen channels. Day 1 is blindness, Day 2 will be fire. The galaxy shivered. Day 2, fire from the heavens. The second day was apocalypse. Human dreadnoughts moved like storms through the void, unleashing rail lances that pierced battleships in a single breath. Carriers launched swarms of drones that rained fire upon orbital platforms. Entire Dominion shipyards vanished in pillars of plasma. On the ground, cities that had cheered the Dominion's power suddenly saw their skis fall. Human kinetic strikes, rods of tungsten hurled from orbit, shattered fortresses that had stood for centuries. Every Dominion broadcast was drowned in fire. Every voice of arrogance turned to panic. And across the stars, one phrase was repeated like scripture. Patience ended, vengeance begun. Day 3, the breaking of chains. On the third day, humanity struck not at ships, but at the Dominion's pride, its slave worlds. The Dominion had ruled through fear, binding conquered peoples in chains. Humanity freed them with fire. Human fleets landed armies, armies bred not for conquest, but for liberation. The shackled rose. Cities once muted by oppression shouted the names of Earth. Alien slaves picked up Dominion rifles and turned them against their masters. The galaxy watched in shock. Humanity was not only avenging itself. Humanity was tearing down empires. Day 4, the harvest of fleets. The fourth day was slaughter. Dominion fleets tried to rally. They massed warships in desperate counterattack, confident in their numbers. Humanity did not meet them head-on. Humanity carved them apart. Invisible submarines of the void rose from hidden layers of hyperspace, tearing battleships in half with beams that burned through dimensions. Wolf packs of human cruisers encircled fleets, hammering them until only wreckage remained. By nightfall, the Dominion Navy, once the terror of 100 worlds, was broken. The galaxy's laughter had died. Now came fear. Day 5, the fall of worlds. The fifth day brought judgment. Human armies landed on Dominion core worlds. They descended in silence, vast troop carriers blotting out suns. From their bellies poured armored columns, shock troopers, and machines that walked like titans. The Dominion's legions fought bravely, but they were crushed beneath waves of steel. Fortresses fell in hours. Thrones toppled in minutes. The Dominion's emperors fled like cowards, broadcasting desperate pleas. And over every conquered world, humanity planted no flag. They left behind only silence and a single message etched into the sky. Earth remembers. Day 6, silence and fear. On the sixth day, humanity stopped. The Dominion was gone, its fleets shattered, its worlds broken, its name reduced to ash. In 6 days, an empire that had reigned for centuries was erased. The galaxy trembled. Governments that had mocked humanity now fell into terrified silence. Rulers whispered to their councils, "If 6 days destroyed the Dominion, what would 6 weeks do to us?" And then in that silence, Earth spoke one last time. "We did not seek war. We did not ask for vengeance, but we will never again be mocked, never again be struck without reply. Patience is vast, but when it ends, vengeance is infinite." The transmission ended. Humanity withdrew its fleets. The war was over. Aftermath, whispers in the void. The galaxy would never forget those 6 days. On distant trading stations, aliens whispered in fear when humans walked past. On councils of mighty empires, voices trembled when Earth's name was spoken. Children of a dozen races learned a new lesson in school: do not provoke humanity. The 6-day war became legend, not just for its speed, not just for its ferocity, but for the truth it revealed. That beneath Earth's patience lay a power cold as the void, swift as lightning, absolute as judgment. New Carthage had been avenged, the Dominion had been annihilated, and the galaxy had learned its final scripture. Never provoke Earth again.